Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Tiebreaker, and welcome to the Golden Gameday podcast. Today, joined as always by my good hosts, my good friends, Showstopper, and the lovable Gameday robot / former Maui defensive tackle, Brian Street. Not Brian Street. Dylan Bowers.
I'm Brian Street.
Brian Street is instead the most overrated quarterback in the Big 12. All right, getting into it. I think we got to start with the big story. You played Tulsa. Shut up. We got to start. Big story, of course, Amarillo. 2-0. 52 points.
I didn't know they had that in there.
Yeah, 52 points. Almost 500 total yards. D.D. Duke, sort of the turnover machine, 4 touchdowns and almost 200 yards. That's pretty dang good.
Yep.
So was Duckett the receiver?
Duckett also contributed 126 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns of his own. I know, almost everyone in here unanimously picked Amarillo to finish last. After this, I'm not so sure anymore. What do y'all takeaways from? Granted, we didn't see this one, but what are y'all takeaways from this Amarillo game?
I knew their offense was going to be decent. They still had some key pieces that could get the job done. I just didn't expect 50 out of them.
Yeah.
Great game. Let's see how they do in conference play.
And also worth noting, last week's runner-up, Big 12 Player of the Week, Amarillo's kicker, showed up, kicked a field goal. You know, the life, the true number one best player in the conference.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Walk-off.
Yeah, with the walk-off in the first quarter. Moving right along, we got Little Rock in Ohio. Let's sort of breeze through these games we didn't see. Nothing really special. Only notable thing I have is second quarter. The only thing that was scored were field goals. But, come on, it's Ohio.
They have no rush game.
Yeah, it's Ohio. You have to blow them out. You have the number one quarterback. Don't pull in Odessa and waste him.
Hey, the receivers did good. McFadden and Luke did. I gotta admit that one.
Yeah, I gotta admit that, but that's about it. Moving along, Midland, Baylor. It's Midland. It's Baylor. What did you expect? Yeah.
Keller.
Yeah, Claudio Keller goes out. Now that we get into the games that we actually saw, how about Nebraska State, the Battle for Nebraska, who this one was tough.
I'm going to be calm on
and
this
one. And they were
one.
neck and neck most of the way. Of course, to the one, the only, Shanka finally made some good plays. And even then, the big play he had, the strip fumble, was actually gave positive yards to Nebraska. Even when he makes a big play, it doesn't work in his favor.
How do you let that happen?
Oh, yeah. Larry Shanka's cursed. Joey Shanka, not Larry Zonka. It's been a long day. But, of course, I have to wonder, what were they doing on that last drive? They had, 4 plays, 4 downs to work with. They just had to get the touchdown. And they throw 4 consecutive incompletions. So,
I don't know. This just doesn't seem like the same team as last year.
yeah, this doesn't seem like the same team.
Sinoski's magic has ran out.
Yeah, it seems like the Shinosky hype, they finally get to watch him on film, and teams know how to stop him.
Hey, so now, moving along after the, let's move on to what I know will be Showstopper's favorite segment, Uba Tulsa, 45-31. 45-31 over Tulsa. Brian Street, 464 yards on 45 attempts, 5 touchdowns.
Definitely a Big 12 game.
Yeah, definitely a Big 12 game. Not a single sighting of defense.
Now let me do my take on this.
All right, we'll give you the floor.
Brian Street, he played pretty good against Tulsa. I'm still waiting to see that conference. I want to see that conference play, not against Tulsa. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, fair enough. And Brian Street, let it be known, youth of your main receiver, the one that did the most Points-wise, Chapman, 4 catches, 107 yards, 83 yak. You never know.
Pretty good game.
Yeah, pretty good game overall.
No, his Heisman campaign has not started.
His Heisman campaign has started.
Uba needs a defense.
And now let's move on to, oh boy, no one saw this coming. Denver Tech, Michigan, 33-0.
Whoever did the over-under for this game sucked.
Okay, so now I got to come out and say it. I know I picked Denver Tech to fall off a cliff, and I will be the first one to step up and eat my words. No one saw this.
This is Michigan. What are you expecting?
I did not think Matt Kovic could do it. I don't think he had it in him. Evidently, he did. 223 yards and a touchdown. Tack on 88 yards rushing. And
I'm going to be honest. The Big 12's in trouble now.
Oh, yeah.
This team has never been able to throw the ball, and now you have a quarterback that can actually throw it.
Yeah, now they have someone that can throw the ball. That is terrifying.
Just imagine if Denver Tech could throw the ball the past 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
They would have probably won the national championship game.
Granted, I 800% think that Ja'Kanian Timmons doesn't have the arm.
I didn't think he had the arm, but Makovich does.
Yeah, Makovich
I see why they moved him to receiver.
Like, this team, you have a good defense, you have a Heisman-caliber running back in Schmidt,
Oh, yeah.
you have a throw it, and then you have a receiving core led by a veteran in Nick McCullough.
Oh, yeah. This team is scary. Bash, let me explain myself. Yes, I did say we're going to go from them falling off a cliff to them being way better than I thought they would. I'm not showstopper. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Hey, I should wait till conference play. Me and Brian already had this discussion. He's going to have to be a top team. Then I can take him serious.
All right.
There's just two things if I'm Denver Tech I need to improve. You can't kick that many field goals. You gotta complete drives, and then you gotta feed Schmidt.
I think their defense is going to win them this.
Yeah.
Look, one way to beat Denver Tech is just to hold the ball and shoot clock.
Yeah. Denver Tech just gotta army it where they hold the ball for 50 minutes.
I just think if I'm Denver Tech, I am not giving Schmidt the ball only 13 times.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to him more than I have Makovich run.
Oh, yeah. But, that is... Oh, boy. Of course, short and so tonight, not a lot of footage. Let's open it up. After 2 weeks of competition, hit us with those questions.
You know, this is a very laid-back show today.
Yeah. Hit us with the questions. Next week's games, no, because next week we are going to actually be able to do a game day as opposed to this morning, because it was on a Wednesday when I have to do things. Why is Michigan so terrible? You answered your own questions. Refer back to the third word of that sentence.
If they're terrible in real life, that means they're terrible in the game. The game is just realistic with this.
Yep.
Yeah. They're a lolcow. Oh, yeah. And, of course, feel free to ask any questions for Showstopper to talk good about Yuba.
And ask Tiebreaker some questions about Denver Tech.
How about Camu?
There we go, Bash. Keep saying that, Bash.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Camu on this one.
Yeah, Camu, 45-28, 561 yards of total offense.
UCLA blew a 21-point lead. I don't care if it's the first quarter, but you do not blow a 21-point lead.
Oh, yeah. You can't jump out of that and do that. More questions rolling in. Which team is most likely going to be upset next week? What y'all got? Because I didn't check the schedule.
I did not block your question. Tiebreaker is the one that comes up with the questions.
I'm reading them. I just saw Brian Street's first, and Brian Street is better than you.
No, I'm talking about Bash saying if Broken Arrow can win the division, should Street get the Heisman. My answer is no.
Yes, I think. If Broken Arrow can win the division and Brian Street continues to do what he did today, then yeah, there's a good chance he wins the Heisman.
He's not going to do that against the top dogs. I'm just saying that.
You never know. Kaiser26 asks, does Midland have a chance to compete with Denver Tech or ACU? No. Yeah, I mean, Midland State in 3 years haven't done it.
I got Midland winning this, so I'm not going to back off my question, my prediction on that.
All right. Yes, next week, ACU. I think ACU goes in like, it's just Marshall. We can just do whatever and we'll win. I think they'll go in. I think that idea will bite them so hard on the ass. I think Marshall might get the upset.
Ooh.
Don't hold me to that, but I have a thought.
I see where you're coming from. ACU's offense is not like what it used to be.
Yeah, but the question is, can Marshall just keep up with ACU's offense?
Yeah, I think if they can hold the time of possession, don't give ACU any chances, they have a good shot. Another question, do y'all think Vajajic will bounce back at quarterback?
For next week?
Probably.
I think he has to.
Yeah, he has to. Number standpoint, he can't do that again. Especially, again, hey, Bash, I am in Colorado. That is legal. Yeah, I think Vajajic has to. Granted, only putting up super pedestrian numbers against Missouri. Not exactly the most glamorous school.
I'm just saying, ACU's coach, I'm just saying, if he does not change this team by the end of the season, they do not win the Big 12, I say he should be fired.
Yeah.
They need to win it this year. Like, this is really one of the years where they have a great shot at winning it.
I'm just saying, they had their good quarterbacks. Now they got stuck with Vajajic, who goes 15. I think.
Will Litterock find some defense before conference play? It's the Big 12. Is defense necessary?
Yes.
Well, we saw it this week with Denver Tech.
I think something comes together. Maybe Seattle-esque, where it's like first half just question marks, and then it solidifies down the stretch. Diabolist asks, why so much hate on Mizzou? It's Missouri. Did you not watch Fairly Odd Parents when you were little? You know, the whole Missouri is a state sport. That's why all the hate on Missouri.
I'm just saying there's two defenses that you should be scared of in the Big 12, ACU and Denver Tech. I'm just saying.
Brian Street asks, has your Big 12 standings changed after 2 weeks, or do you still have the same standings at the end of the season? The only really change I have is I don't think Amarillo goes last place now. Granted, they're going to finish like 5th, but my new bold prediction, Amarillo is going to be bowl eligible.
Tiebreaker, are you the new Gameday robot? Because you sound like the Gameday robot.
What are you talking about?
Your mic sounds better today. I don't know. Tiebreaker's mic just keeps cutting out for me.
I can't say Amarillo's going to do that much. We haven't made conference play. They have to beat somebody for me to prove it.
And there's good old dubstep machine. Okay.
Welcome back.
Because they beat Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, will they go bowling? No, it's not that it's not just because they beat Nevada, New Mexico. It's that how they beat Nevada, New Mexico. Mm-hmm. They put up 52 points on Nevada. That's pretty good. They will win on the leg of their kicker and occasional bursts from their offense.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to go down. I mean, yeah, exactly. Amarillo's kicker's a Heisman contender. Yeah. We'll take maybe 2-3 more questions, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. Hit us with it.
Here's the real question. Is Amarillo's kicker better than Shinosky?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Amarillo's kicker deserved the Heisman more than Jakeenan Timmons. Hashtag hot take.
We don't have a lot of those today, hot takes.
Yeah, we didn't.
Prediction.
It was a pretty pedestrian day today. Kaiser26 showed NSU look at changing it up. No. Again,
yes.
Twitter, at the infamous JLM, I tweeted about this. They need to pick a guy and stick with it. They don't take the red shirt off Keith, and they don't do anything, and I think Shinosky is very firmly better than Cameron Willis. So no, I don't think they should change it up before that.
I'm just saying, take the red shirt off of Keith. I'm just saying, put your hands in the freshman.
Okay, which team has surprised each of you and why? For me, obvious pick, Amarillo. I had them starting 0-2. They're 2-0 with a dominant win over Nevada. So I'd say Amarillo. Outside of them, I don't know who I'd pick. I mean, every team's been what they probably should be. To a lesser extent, I guess. Denver Tech, because of course I had them falling off a cliff. I did not expect this from Matkovic. And so yeah, my two picks are Amarillo and Denver Tech.
I would probably say ACU is my surprise team. I thought they were going to at least have some better offense than that.
I didn't expect
Of course, Of course, you picked Denver Tech.
Here's a fun question for you: is Brian Street living up to all his talk, and can he keep doing it?
Y'all are putting so much hype on one game. One game. Y'all putting all this hype into one game.
541 yards. 541 yards. 500 yards.
Jakeem Timmons could have put that on Tulsa.
5 touchdowns.
I don't think it would be 500 yards in the air.
Yeah. 5 passing touchdowns.
Now, if he does that against like a Midland State, ACU, Denver Tech, then I would take him seriously. But against Tulsa, they're not a great program.
Yeah, but you're from Oklahoma. What would you know about great programs?
Why do you keep saying Oklahoma? I'm from Texas.
Either way, what would you know about
I haven't had a good college team since like 06.
Hold up,
Kaiser asks, who's your favorite QB in the Big 12?
Were we talking about real life or Teambuilder?
Teambuilder.
Ooh, crap. That's a tough question.
Because we know who's at the bottom of that list.
Shinovsky?
No, Brian Street. And we know who's sitting directly atop that list. Duncan Keith.
How are you guys going to call him Duncan Keith when he hasn't even played a game yet?
Aren't you the one saying that they should take the red shirt off him and thrust him into the spotlight?
Yes, but why would you say Duncan? You don't know how he plays. I don't know how he plays. I don't know who my favorite QB is. I don't have a favorite team. If I had a favorite QB, I'll probably say Denver Tech after seeing the day.
Matkovic?
Yeah, Matkovic.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Graham Keith, my mistake. Duncan Keith is...
Well, hold up. No. Not Matkovic. Gunnar Rivers is actually my favorite. I forgot. I have faith in Little Rock because of Gunnar Rivers. Yeah, Duncan Keith is hockey and the dude from Call of Duty 3. Moving right along. Any more questions? If not, we're going to get up out of here. Saturday we will have more energy, more pep.
Yeah, Brian, I told you this is a cut down show. There's only 3 games that we saw, and you can only go so much with numbers. Saturday will be much better.
Now this time, come to the pregame show.
Yeah, come to the pregame show. I think that'll be it. Thank you to everyone who showed up. We had a great time. For all my co-hosts here at Golden Game Day Podcast, Fearless, 2 backups that I know that are listening. Thank you.